steering metro projects across Gujarat.
Appointed by the President of India as a member of Lokpal, Dr. Gautam continues to inspire as a professor, mentor, and chairman of prestigious institutions.
With great respect and
Sir, faculty members and friends. Generally जो post lunch session होता है, it's quite heavy और ये post lunch session है. और दूसरा जो मेरा टॉपिक है वो भी बहुत थियरी की बात करते हैं जब हम किसी वैल्यू बेस्ड एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन की बात करते हैं तो इट्स ऑलवेज half of the administrative structures not take it kindly. But basically आज जिस तरह की परिस्थिति से हम गुजर रहे हैं, whatever we are facing today, this if you ask anyone, a sincere human being, the answer is that a human being behavior is thought process, and unless a person is in position to take a judgment that what is good or what is bad, you can't deliver, you can't do goods in family, society or any field of life. This role of ethics in value-based governance, it's very important, and this will continue to be important because जब भी आप किसी काउंटर में होंगे, जब भी आप किसी संशय में होंगे, as and when you are in dilemma, you have to search for a best path, and that value-based judgment is always one of the best paths for any of the field. अभी आपका नया इंडक्शन हुआ है, you are starting a new career after schooling. It's the first college, and basically you may question why this, because you are a technical man. After 4-5 years, once you are moving from this place, you will be doing not many work, not many responsibility you are going to shoulder. But why that? If you search the reason slightly deeper, then you can conclude that we have left the path based on value. Every religion of this universe has taught from childhood that value is most valuable things for life. You know, once upon a time when I was a secretary in government, and this ITPO was introduced, sir, and we were told to understand the ITPO. जो अभी आज की जो परिस्थिति है, जिसमें यूनाइटेड स्टेट, इंडिया and many countries are suffering because this was one of the new system. The stronger people wanted that they should continue their monopoly, and for them continue the monopoly, they drawn some scheme. That I came here I am Lucknow. When Mr. Singh was director, and he was known to teach management, not a religious issue, but the management issue, how things are managed and what is relevance today in life. it was very one of the director, one of the course director of the time, Mr. Rao. After few years, he became director of Kozhikode IIM. Still, he is one of the expert in ITPO. So this, when this subject was taught to us, not many ethical values, ethical formulas of different society, of all religions, because there are those, what ethics? Ethics is whatever approved by society, rule and law. Every religion, every society, they have their own rules, their own regulation, and you have to follow from child. Once you are coming to public administration, you are going to be a public administrator, or you are going to do whatever in your life. आप सभी में से कुछ लोग सरकार की तरफ टेबल के इस तरफ रहेंगे और कुछ लोग टेबल के दूसरी तरफ रहेंगे. You are interacting with government. प्रॉब्लम कहाँ होता है? जब हम सफर करते हैं तो वैल्यू की बात करते हैं, एथिक्स की बात करते हैं. जब दूसरा सफर करता है तो we change the topic. So this today's topic is ethics and value-based public governance. Public governance start from village to village administration, to municipal administration, to state administration, district administration, and finally whole structure. This is designed by the Constitution. Constitution is based for, that is the Bible, that is the Gita, that is the one of the then the governance structure is made by constitutional provision. Parliament is apex one, and then a village level officer is down below, along with some police officers, some development officer and something. So this is the governance structure of the country. And democratic setup. Every final word has to come from a democratic setup. Let's go to this. I have jot down this integrity, impartiality, respect for diversity, accountability, transparency, and sustainability. You know, these five principles are always there, but in ethical value-based governance, sustainability was added in maybe last decade. Sustainable. Why sustainable should be added in this? Sustainability was not a part of this ethics, but in the name of development, not many things are. That's why this particular word was also worked in the same way. That development based on long-term plan, anticipating the overall impact on the environment and society in future. If you are making any plan as an engineer, as a planner, as a bureaucrat, then you must see that whole human beings should not suffer due to your initiative. So this particular accountability, transparency, it's all from constitutional debates, and many origin have they have origin in और जो हमारे पुराने डॉक्यूमेंट्स हैं सभी धर्मों के जो रिलीजियस बुक्स हैं उसमें उनका ओरिजिन है, चाहे वो वेद हो, बाइबल हो, कुरान हो, सभी जगह इसका बेस है दैट what is good for society, what is good for human being, and what is not good. What is moral, what is immoral. Let's go to integrity. Integrity and honesty are the key to the value-based transparent governance. Every action must be guided by the constitutional principle and grant a fair opportunity to every citizen, individual. Few actions are for only for citizen, and few constitutional actions are for every individual whoever in the country, as per the constitutional provision. It's one of the biggest problem. मुझे लगता है कि जो अभी एक्सपोर्ट इम्पोर्ट और इसका प्रॉब्लम है, उससे बड़ा प्रॉब्लम इस देश में है कि बार बार पब्लिक ऑफिसर्स पे, पब्लिक इंस्टीट्यूशन पे सवाल होता है कि वेदर दे आर इम्पार्शियल और नॉट. Constitutional institution, officials, elected representative, whoever is public servant, everyone is being questioned if they are not impartial. And that's why judicial system is there as a watchdog, whether a public servant is impartial or not. Many hundreds of castes, many religions, and not many diversity. And that's why a public administrator or a governance system has to be above any consideration, any discrimination, above the caste, religion, gender, or class. This is the ideal situation. Going to your village, school, colleges, and you must have suffered one or another discrimination or impartiality or something in your life, and you may be suffering in future. But unless you yourself is following this formula, you can't question for others, because what is happening today? That once you are in power, you are doing same thing. If somebody else is coming and he is doing same, then you will say this is not impartiality, this is not fair, this problem, that problem. That is why every individual, if all sitting in this room you are following a ideal formulas, and if somebody is getting preferential treatment, then you will say, it's not impartial. Constitution has provided a mechanism to ensure accountability in governance, that every public servant has to be accountable to his behavior, his act, his writing, his order, his actions. Of course, a very one of the most required thing, that whatever public service is doing, it should be transparent and it should be following, it should be confirming the principle of equity, justice, which was just maybe at that point of time 50,000, now it's 8 to 8 lakhs city. After Dev Prayag, this was a small part, but now it's the biggest town available in Uttarakhand after the Arab. And all this, if you see the Khanan Mafia jinko kehte hain, they have devastated the whole beauty of river, Bhagirathi, and many more. And when we are visiting, once I talked to a secretary कि भाई आप लोग इनको बना नहीं करते. जब आदमी ये दुनिया छोड़ता है तो सोचता है कि हम अपने नेक्स्ट जनरेशन को कुछ अच्छा देके जाएं. और ये सस्टेनेबिलिटी यही है कि जिस तरह की दुनिया आपको मिली है, जिस तरह का वातावरण, जिस तरह का नेचुरल फिनोमेना, जिस तरह का नेचुरल हैबिटेट, आपको मिला है, कम से कम उसे नए जनरेशन को ट्रांसफर करें। दिस इज द सस्टेनेबल एंड दिस इज आल्सो वन ऑफ द, यदि वो कोई ऐसा नहीं करता है तो वो एथिकल फार्मूला से बाहर आता है। मेजर चैलेंजेस क्या हैं जो आप सब जानते हैं? चैलेंजेस ऑफ द ethics in public service is corruption. I am not defining now all the corruption, conflict of interest. कोई जो आदमी खुद से जिसके पास पावर है वो अपने लाभ के लिए उस पावर का इस्तेमाल करे, तो ये इथिकल सिस्टम, इथिकल वैल्यू बेस्ड गवर्नेंस के संभव नहीं करता। एंड इथिकल डायलेमा, वो शायद आपको भी जिंदगी में कई बार जब आप कुछ करते हैं तो बेटर उनका माना जाता है जो 40 से नीचे है, बट वी आर 85, वी हैव माइल्स टू गो। Corruption is a social fact and it is difficult to find a society free of corruption, but we have to work hard jointly with a proactive reform methodology for achieving the goal of corruption free India. भारत सरकार ने गोल रखा है करप्शन फ्री इंडिया, बट वैसे इंडिया ढूंढना पड़ेगा। तो यू हैव टू जॉइंटली, एवरीवन हैज टू ट्राई टू मेक इंडिया करप्शन फ्री, and this is both. If you are in governance side or you are being governed, this responsibility goes to both the sides. Only one side can't be blamed for this particular scenario. अभी भारत में रेगुलेटरी, it has to conform constitutional provisions. तभी वो वैलिड है, नहीं तो वैलिड नहीं। तो फॉर करप्शन रिलेटेड डिस्प्यूट्स, करप्शन रिलेटेड केसेस हैंडल करने के लिए स्पेसिफिक प्रोविजंस हैं आईपीसी में, एविडेंस एक्ट में, सीआरपीसी में, जो अभी उसका नाम अभी बदल गया है, बट ये पुराना जो एक्ट है उनका नाम आईपीसी, अभी इनका भारतीय दंड संहिता हो गया है, भारतीय साक्ष्य संहिता, भारतीय कार्यनीति अधिनियम जो बन गया है। प्रिवेंशन ऑफ करप्शन एक्ट 1988, इट्स अ वेरी स्ट्रांग पावरफुल एक्ट, लोकायुक्त और लोकपाल एक्ट बनाया गया। सीबीसी का कायदा, वो जो लंदन में आईपीसी थी उसको उन्होंने एक्सटेंड कर दिया भारत में। क्यों? वो न्याय प्रिय थे, वो चाहते थे कि सभी को, लाखों लोगों को फांसी पे लटकाया जाए, लेकिन उन्होंने कहा कि हम न्याय प्रिय हैं, तो उन सभी को 4 साल जेल में रखा, 57 से लेकर 60 तक। वो जेल क्या, वो कहीं कहीं जो पुराने किले थे उसी को जेल बना दिया। फिर 1860 में उन्होंने आईपीसी जब लागू कर दी, तब उन्होंने कहा कि अब भाई, अब उन्हीं का जज, उन्हीं का गवाह और सभी पे राजद्रोह का मुकदमा कायम करके और लाखों लोगों को उन्होंने फांसी पे लटका दिया। इसके लिए आईपीसी बनी जो अभी तक चल रही है, उसके सारी धाराएं हमारे यहाँ चलती हैं। फिर किसी ने सवाल पूछा कि भाई आप इतने न्यायप्रिय हैं, न्याय का ढिढोरा पीटते हैं, तो आईपीसी आपने रातों रात लागू कर दी और खुद ही जज हैं, खुद ही गवाह हैं और खुद ही प्रोसीजर तय करते हैं। तो जब ये सवाल उनसे कुछ लोगों ने पूछा भारत में, तो उन्होंने दूसरा कायदा बना दिया। उन्होंने कहा कि हम एविडेंस एक्ट लाएंगे। तो एक ब्रिटिश में जो ब्रिटिश एविडेंस एक्ट था उसको लागू लगाया। और तीसरा, फिर किसी ने सवाल किया, लेकिन ये गाढ़ पद्धति है, ये तो आप फॉलो नहीं कर रहे हैं। किसी को आज नोटिस दिया, परसों केस चलाया और 4 दिन में उसको फांसी दे दी। उनको तो फांसी देने की जल्दी थी, क्योंकि उनको इतने सारे लोगों को खाना खिलाना भी मुश्किल था उनके। They did not have any structure. By 1882-83, British government did not have any administrative structure. वो कलेक्टर वगैरह भी जो आए 20-25 साल बाद ही आए, वो 1905 के बाद शुरू हुआ। तो उन्होंने सीआरपीसी बनाई, क्रिमिनल प्रोसीजर कोड, कि भाई पहले इतना एफआईआर होगा, फिर ये होगा। तो दिस whatever laws were made by Parliament of Britain for British people, it was extended to India, and more or less same laws are still applicable for running cases of against corruption. यदि पार्लियामेंट के एक्ट से बना है, जो भी इंस्टीट्यूशन होगा, यदि वो पार्लियामेंट के एक्ट से बना है तो वो लोकपाल के अधीन होगा। All director, manager, secretary, officer of any association, कोई भी सोसाइटी यदि उसका टर्नओवर 1 करोड़ से ज्यादा है और 12 लाख से ज्यादा वो फॉरेन करेंसी में लोन या मदद रिसीव करता है, एंड एनी चेयरपर्सन, मेंबर, ऑफिसर्स, एम्प्लॉय ऑफ एस्टेब्लिशमेंट, पार्लियामेंट, विच नेम, कोई भी नाम हो, लेकिन यदि पार्लियामेंट के एक्ट से बना है तो वो लोकपाल के अधीन आएगा। कंप्लेंट होगी तो वो सीपीओ विल रिपोर्ट टू डायरेक्टली टू लोकपाल, ही विल नॉट रिपोर्ट थ्रू देयर एमडी, दे विल डायरेक्टली रिपोर्ट टू लोकपाल। चाहते हैं कि कोई एक बहुत बड़ा इम्पैक्ट जो पॉलिटिकल सिस्टम में देखा गया कि अब लोग वो ध्यान रखते हैं कि यदि हम इससे रूल से, रेगुलेशन से किसी को लाभ पहुंचाने के हिसाब से कुछ करेंगे, इफ वी आर गोइंग बियॉन्ड आवर पावर और वी आर फेवरिंग समबडी, वी आर नॉट फॉलोइंग ट्रांसपेरेंट प्रोसीजर, देन दे विल बी आंसरेबल टू लोकपाल, एंड लोकपाल कैन कंडक्ट इंक्वायरी इवन आफ्टर their retirement till 7 years, or if they quit the office, they left the office, तो भी 7 साल तक कोई कंप्लेंट आती है तो उस पर केस हो सकता है। People are waiting for justice after complaint, and after filing complaint, all any judicial support, because our procedures are very lengthy. Procedures were made by Britishers, and somehow we have followed blindly. Now slowly we have changed. In last 10 years, more than 16,000 fired, but still we have miles to go. Unless we are simplifying the procedure, unless we are जनरेशन में जो गाँव में लोग खेती करते थे, 80%, 70% people were illiterate. So they did not know what is their right, what is, to whom they should approach. But today, many graduates, many literate people are in the agriculture field, in the industry, in the cottage industries. And if you are using technology, user-friendly technology,
मैं ज़्यादा समय नहीं लूँगा। Dr. Gautam is a very acclaimed personality, and under his leadership, that riverfront was built. And another 20 kilometer riverfront that now Gujarat is making, I named Gujarat after it is at Gandhinagar and Ahmedabad. Sabarmati Ashram, how many of you know Sabarmati Ashram? Sabarmati Ashram, now the central government has taken over, you know that from the beginning. Now the Sabarmati Ashram is being made as a world heritage type of things, and currently he is leading the entire project, in which the Prime Minister of India and Home Minister of India directly monitoring that project. So he is so simple that you will not understand, but in the life he has delivered. In the life he has delivered. And by delivering in the life, matlab, he has proven that he is the true leader of this country, or the nation. Life also. Now, examination is going on. Many students are appearing in examination. Then some of the students start cheating. That is also ethics. Now, research paper PhD students are writing and they are copying the content from the other research paper. There is a full-fledged committee of the ethics, and now many things they have linked with that matlab, and that you have to pass through that ethical committee if you want to do anything. As a student also, not for faculty and staff. So now there is a certain software in there, that software checks that how much similarity you have, matlab. You will not be allowed to submit your project unless you clear that matlab a certain percentage of that now similarity is there, another place. So that is another example of ethics. And as per the national education policy, now the institutions like universities are working on holistic development. It is not that only BTech in aerospace engineering, BTech in aerospace, electronics, only development. I thank you, Professor Dr. I.P. Gautam, once again from core of my heart. Such a senior and acclaimed personality who has kindly agreed to come over the Hinterland and Rajiv Gandhi National Education University and share his experiences. Okay? So, you are the member for 5 years in the Lokpal. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir, for visiting us, and wish you all the best. And I also pray to the God that the way you are working even today, after retirement of so many years, you are working. I think the same way you work and you visit whenever you get time to the RGNU or inspire our student, faculty, and staff. Thank you, sir.
Our administration